Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about Lynn Jarvis changing his story on Yamaha using the 2021 engine during the 2022 season. Now, a couple of weeks ago I shared an article where Lynn Jarvis confirmed that they were having issues with the 2022 engine, and because they couldn't guarantee reliability of that 2022 engine, they shifted to the 2021 spec engine for the 2022 season. However, he has now changed this story again within an exclusive interview he did, and he has now said that they were having reliability issues with the 2022 engine, and that what they did instead was not use the 2021 engine, but they used a rolled back version of the 2022 engine, so that therefore they could ensure that this was going to be a reliable engine. Now, personally, I think that's just PR spin put on it, that they can't, or they don't want it out there that they used the 2021 engine. He also spoke about the effect that Marmoni is having, and when Marmoni came in, he looked at the package that they have, and Lynn Jarvis, the way I was understanding what he was saying was that they really need a short-term fix to get power out of that inline 4, and he is very hopeful that Marmoni and his group have found it. Now, Marmoni is working directly with the factory and his team, so it will be interesting to see in Sepang what actually comes out of the crate, and is it faster? Is it this rocket ship of an engine that Crutchlow was talking about before Valencia? With the V4, I was never under any illusions that the V4 would appear in the next 2 or 3 years. I've said this quite openly. I don't believe it would. Developing a MotoGP engine takes a lot of time, money, resources, data, which Yamaha don't really have a lot of. They have a massive amount of inline 4 data, but they have very little V4 data on engines. Money across the world is tight, let's be fair, so it is a massive development cost. But I think the biggest threat for Yamaha is that if they don't give Fabio the more power he needs, then he will be off. And it's the same situation as Honda is actually in with Marquez. If they don't pull their socks up and give him a bike, he will be off to another manufacturer. And therefore, I think Yamaha's sole focus right now is squeezing the last bits of power that they can out of that inline 4, keep Fabio happy, and probably start an engine development program behind the scenes and tweak once they get that major power update from the inline 4, which there definitely is. But once they can make that more reliable, let's just call it, they'll start on a V4 project, and they will then run the two in tandem, because the inline 4 will only need to be tickled every year compared to the development that goes on in the V4. So I do believe they'll run in tandem, but the V4 will be behind closed doors. But genuinely, when I look at 2023, the team I'm most worried about is Honda. But I'm very worried as a Yamaha fan. I'm very worried for them, because if they don't hit the ground running in 2023, then it's going to be a very difficult season for them, because they will not have the data that they need only running 2 bikes. And therefore, it just makes it that little bit harder for them. There is no doubt Fabio will be up there fighting, but if the engine is similar to what they were running last year, Ducati put on 1 or 2% on their engine, that pushes it outside the window a little bit more and makes life that little bit harder for Fabio. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think on Jarvis changing his story? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.